All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. All right, and also shalom to the remnant. Okay, probably, well, the remnant who are sincere. All right, in this thing. Which they are the only ones who are truly sincere in seeking uh, this truth, knowledge, and wisdom, and staying on the path. All right. I thought I was just about to say I'm gonna drop that word sincere, but that's an important trait, along with many other traits. There's a lot of other traits. To find the traits of the remnant, you have to go into these scriptures. It shows the path. All right, not too clear because it's not meant for everyone. All right, these scriptures are in the whole earth, but the good news, which is the gospel, okay, is not for everyone. All right, mainly, this good news is not for Esau, Edom. All right, everything good in these scriptures, uh, the big picture anyway, everything that is in the big picture that is good in these scriptures are not coming to Esau, Edom, all right, the ruler of this earth, the wicked, all right, which is, you know that they are in rulership because the whole earth, the people on it, the animals, the earth itself, they're all in mourning and they're all dying, all right, because the wicked is in rulership, okay? So good news to some is not good news for all. That's a big misconception about these scriptures, is that the Lord is coming back for all of us, or that the actions of the Lord in the big picture is for everyone in the world. That's not true. All right, it really is not true, but you won't know this unless you obey what the Lord tells you to do, which is read. Uh, let's go to Revelation 1 and 3 really quick. All right, this is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3. It reads, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." All right. And I don't know if these other translations can say it any clearer, but the only ones who are going to really take heed to the 100% truth, all right, are the remnant. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 2 Timothy 2 Timothy 2 and 15. And then we can check the other translations really quick on this. All right. But the remnant are the only ones who are going to do these things, all right, to the best of their ability. Everyone else is just not meant for you to get, man. That's why you feel a certain way about it. Instead of going to go look at what the men of the Lord are telling you is in these scriptures, before you even go look, you shut it down. Or you have an argument against it. All right? But you don't know the scriptures, okay? You really don't know them. I don't know everything that's in here yet. Okay? And who knows, maybe before I even know it, the Lord takes me out, or the day of the Lord's return comes. But we search these things. Everything that the men of the Lord tell you is true, okay? And then there's another point. The people who tell you that they are the children of God, the ones who have fooled the whole world, okay? You don't ask them for proof. They slap a label on them, on themselves, and everyone just believes it. All right. So no matter. Also, along with that, no matter what any other nation has been through, the Lord tells you that there is no nation that's going to go through uh, this path of hardship and really being subject to vanity and sin. There's going to be no nation that goes through that like His chosen people, Israel. All right, so look at all the horrors that have ever happened on this earth. Okay, now you tell me uh, that anything adds up to what Israelites have gone through. I'm not going to go into it because this is not what the lesson is about, but there's one thing that happened, and we still go through it that people deny, right? We still go through it in a spiritual way, in a mind fuck way, right? We get put in this box, and just because some of us get a little bit of money, they want to ignore it. The ones of us, those of us that have gotten a little bit of money, they want to ignore it. All right, the world wants to pull these few examples of us having money and some type of success in this world out and apply that to the entire nation as a whole. Okay, that we are okay, that we have freedom. Why worry about what happened to us in the past? And I'm just talking about the tribe of Judah. Issachar went through a lot of shit. All the tribes have went through a lot. And also, um, man, also just one more thing, and then I'll read the 2 Timothy 2 and 15. But the people who label themselves the label that fools everyone, the label that makes everyone blind, deaf, and dumb, right? When they hear it, that three-letter word, beginning with J, ending with ew, all right? Where are the other tribes at? You know, the tribe of Judah was just one tribe. Where are the others? They never spoke on that, man. They don't speak on that. But now the truth is coming out. The tribes are being known, pointed out. All right. So where were the tribes the whole time that you were the people? Why didn't you let it be known? Why weren't you calling to them, let them know to come home, to turn to the Lord? Why were you not doing that? Because you took something that you knew uh, held strength in this earth, which was the name. You changed the face of Judah, all right, and you ran with it, like you have done many, many other times. Just for one example, Mount Rushmore. What did that used to be? What did that used to be? What did it look like? That's a prime example. You put your own name on it and your face. You put four faces on that thing, man. All right. You haven't changed. You do that everywhere you go. These lands. Oh, man, I just thought back to another video where I couldn't think of what uh, this woman who looked like she was a Judite female. I couldn't remember what I was trying to, what she had said earlier that day. So it just came to me. And this speaks to the sottishness, or our people being sottish. When he talks about sottish, he's not only talking about Judah, he is talking about all tribes. Sottish meaning stupid. For the most part, our people are lost. They're stupid, man. All right, but what this Judite looking woman was boasting about was uh she was all about her skin complexion, all about black this and black that. And then right at the end of that, after shutting down a lot of decent men, okay, this was on one of those shows where they're looking for a mate. But after shutting down a lot of decent men, she came to one man, I think, and but what she mentioned, I don't know, I can't remember too much of the detail because this took me, not really by surprise. It was just like, damn, sodish, right? But she was like, she was boasting about going to a HBCU, all right, historically black college university, okay. She has no clue who started those, whose names are on those, okay. You gotta quit being proud, man. Quit living up to what this world tells you you are. Black, real niggas, right? Like I said, I'm just talking to Judah. Although anybody with some kind of complexion, when people get mad at you, man, that's the first thing. That's the first word they go to. All right. Again, this is not a black thing because Israel got scattered into all nations, so we look like all nations. So if somebody with light complexion comes up, if someone that looks white comes up, all right, and they go against the scriptures, you still don't know if that's an Edomite or just a hard-headed two-third, because they act the same. They act the same because two-thirds of Israel is in Esau's pocket, man. Because Esau put something in your pocket. All right. Uh, uh, 2 Timothy 2:15. It reads, "Study to show thyself approved unto God." All right. This thing takes study. Everything isn't as clear as the world makes it seem, man. Just think, this world is lazy. It doesn't even want to read or go study. And that's something that you don't really have to go get up and do. Grab a book, sit your ass down and read. This world has an evil, a wicked, a lazy ass spirit on them. Almost 9 billion spirits, man, minus whatever that number is for the remnant. All right. So we don't know that exact number. We know the elect is 144,000, of course, but there's a large multitude that is the remnant that are going to be that's going to see salvation also, right? So you almost have 9 billion souls that are against this thing. You have 9 billion spirits that are walking around this earth. Of course, the spirit of this world is going to be evil and wicked. That's why the evil and wicked thrive in this society. That's why they got to be taken down. Like I said, I'm about to go clock in again, man. Every day is Groundhog Day. That's the same shit over and over. It's all right, though. It had to be this way. The Lord wrote it this way. Okay? Again, 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Now you do this work, you study, you read, you listen, and repeat. All right? You will grow in this if you are the remnant, which that growth includes more than just reading, studying, and listening. All right? The mission is to land in the highest office that a man can hold here on earth, which is a teacher of the truth outside. All right? That's the highest office a man can hold. And you won't be ashamed. All right? You won't be let down if you are sincerely seeking Yahweh, which is whom the world ignorantly calls God. God is a trait and a title, but his name is Yahweh. And his son, the only begotten, the Messiah, his name is Yahweh Shai. But guess what the world ignorantly calls him? Jesus, among many other names, all right? But his name is Yahweh Shai, not Yeshua, not Yahuwah, okay? But if you do the work, if you do the things, if you are on the path of the remnant that are in these scriptures, all right, if you have filtered yourself through this, through these sayings, okay, that are faithful and true, and you have faith, and you know that these things are true, all right, and you are indeed one of the remnant, you are not going to be ashamed. You're not going to be let down, and you are going to see that the Lord did not lie to you, and nor did he fail. When it's all said and done, man. All right, rightly dividing the word of truth. Let me start at the top of 15 and get that last part also. 2 Timothy 2 and 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. What does that mean? All right, there are many. Hey, there's 9 billion spirits out here. Now, if I asked everyone how many truths are there, they'll say there's 9 billion truths, because everyone is an individual. It's all about perspective, which is true in some instances about perspective, right? We're talking about to the Most High, though. All right, his perspective. So there's only one truth. There's one single truth, but you got 9 billion little, almost 9 billion. Like I said, minus whatever the number of the remnant is. You almost have 9 billion people who think they know the truth. All right. Which goes back to fear. I always got to bring up that fear. There's almost 9 billion other spirits that are going to get burnt up for thinking, because the Lord's put a spirit on them to think that they know the truth. All right. So the remnant are going to do those two things. 2 Timothy 2 and 15 and Revelation 1 and verse 3. All right. Them are two clues or two steps on that path of righteousness. The steps towards walking towards perfection, which is doing these things, the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. I don't even know why people have a problem with. I don't know, man. I mean, I know because the Lord did that, but at the same time, it's it's trippy watching these people walk around, uh, just like it's like the Lord doesn't exist, man. That's what it makes me think of. They just don't even consider. But then wake up thinking that, well, I woke up again. I was blessed. Blessed by who? I got all 10 toes, 10 fingers. I'm blessed. Blessed by who? A lot of people count their blessings, but don't consider who gave these blessings or give that glory to something or someone else. All right, let's see what this good news says, and then I don't know. We might get into. Hold on a second. Uh, I don't know. I've been talking too much. We might not hit this because I might have to leave in a minute. But let's go to Revelation 1 and verse 3 in the good news. It says, "Happy is the one who reads this book." This book. You know that part isn't in the King James. It says, "Blessed is he that readeth," but that's what it's talking about, though. This book. I mean, don't get me wrong. When you do your studies, you do bring more. You bring history books in, all right. But them history books, I don't know. All they do is confirm what the scriptures have been telling you. Some of them lie. A lot of them lie. A lot of them history books lie. when it comes to certain points, a lot of them agree. All right, but the truth is in a lot of them. Okay, but this is the book that matters. All right, these scriptures, Revelation 1 and 3 again in the good news. It says, "Happy is the one who reads this book, and happy are those who listen to the words of this prophetic message and obey what is written in this book. For the time is near when all these things will happen." I do like that translation. All right, that's pretty on point. I wasn't going to read the NLT of these two translations, but I think I might just to see. What did that say again? Happy is the one who reads this book, and happy are those who listen to the words of this prophetic message, not plural. All right, this is one whole testament. This is one message. Okay. Hold on a second. All right, this is 2 Timothy 2:15 in the Good News translation. It reads, "Do your best, do your best, to the best of our ability, do your best." Doesn't say be perfect. Doesn't say follow the laws 100%. All right. It says, "Do your best to win full approval in God's sight as a worker who is not ashamed of his work, one who correctly teaches this message of God's truth." All right, these are things that the remnant will do. All right, because they have no choice. They are subject to what is written in these scriptures. You do that again in the NLT. Revelation 1, verse 3. It says, "God blesses the one who reads the words of this prophecy to the church, and he blesses all who listen to its message and obey what it says, for the time is near." All right, that word church with this worldly definition, or not definition, with this worldly perception of what that means, all right, it can throw you off. Let me see if it's in here. All right, it says church, the English. This is in Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. It says the English church derives from the Greek kuriakos, which means belonging to the Lord. All right. And then it goes on to say, but it stands for another Greek word, ecclesia, where ecclesiastical, all right, that's where that word comes from, denoting an assembly. Okay, an assembly. All right. All right, but belonging to the Lord. All right. All right. It says it is the fellowship of saints or people of God. All right. Who are the saints? Who are the saints? Just let me look that up really quick. I don't know if we're going to go into the, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, whatever the Lord wills is going to happen in this video. Okay. All right. Now, saint. Then again, Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. Saint says a member of God's covenant people, Israel. Okay. It did not name any other people, man. The saints are the church. People called out of the world to be God's own people. All right. Which are Israelites. You're not going to find it anywhere else where it says different. Okay. And don't forget, when you hear about the Galatians, Romans, okay, what happened to Israelites as a punishment? They got scattered. Where they get scattered to? Okay, the Lord sent his men out to go talk to these people. So they had to go to all areas. And the Spirit is still going to all areas, gathering his people. The work isn't done. It's still happening. It's still going on to this day. All right. And it seems pretty plain and clear to me, but it doesn't matter how clear or plain it sounds to me. Okay. What matters is how the Lord has you hearing it. If he wants you or not. That's what matters. And that goes back into the fearfulness of the Lord, man. He can do anything he wants, okay, with his spirits. All right, he can put the spirit of deception on you, okay? I mean, he has wicked spirits running the earth right now. He gave over the earth to wicked spirits to teach his chosen ones a lesson. He can do anything he wants to at any time, all right? But he will not break his word to his chosen, not even for his good name's sake, his great name's sake. All right. So, I don't know. I just want to step into that really quick. All right. But we can get on with this. So, the topic of this video is Lazarus, is the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. To try to, for you, all right, to get some kind of edification or understanding of the true meaning behind this parable. What is it actually speaking to? All right, because a lot of people who deal in the Bible, and I only said people who deal in the Bible because even most people who deal in the Bible don't believe 100% of what it says. They don't go from cover to cover. They'll throw away the Old Testament, believe in the New. Throw away the New, believe in the Old. They won't even read the Apocrypha at all. Okay? So these are just people who read the Bible. Anyway, so, I mean, who are in the Bible. So a lot of people who are in the Bible use this parable to point to to tell you, to convince you that there is a place where your spirit burns forever. They don't understand this parable. All right? They do not understand this parable because it wasn't given to them to understand. Okay? It wasn't meant for them to understand. All right, let's start in I'm gonna read Jeremiah 16, 14, and 16 again. This is from yesterday's video. But that's all right. Hold on, let me check the time. Give me a second. All right. All right, let's go. Jeremiah 16, chapter 16, verses 14 through 16. Keep in mind that we are speaking. This topic is speaking. We are talking about Lazarus and the rich man. So just keep everything in mind. All right. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14 through 16. It reads, Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall be, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. So we're not going to talk about this too much anymore. That act, which was very great. A lot of people sleeping on what happened back then, man. Okay, but the remnant, keep this in mind. We keep in mind what the Lord did for us, to us, for us. All right, every day is Memorial Day for us, man. We remember what the Lord has done for us. All right, and things that He is doing for us to this day, and tomorrow, and the day after. Okay, all days. All right, verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. All right, because there's going to be a great deliverance that happens here in North America. All right. If you didn't know, this place is Babylon the Great in the scriptures. But it is better known as, to me anyway, this is what sticks in my mind. Like it is labeled many things, this land. All right. But it is also known as the future site of the lake of fire. All right, if there was a top-down view, which Lord willing I'm of that number, if you're of the remnant that do get delivered from this place, we're going to be looking down on this place as it burns, and it's going to look like a lake of fire because of all these missiles that are going to hit here. All right, let me read that again. Jeremiah 16 and 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. That is deliverance. Okay. Um, oh, okay. So it was a great thing coming up out of Egypt, the way he did that. All right. But this sky is going to open up. All right. And what this world thinks of as UFOs, or that new label they slapped on it, UAPs. Okay. The real chariots of the Lord are going to come here, man. There's going to be no stopping them. And people are going to flip the fuck out when they see this shit. Okay. There's a difference in thinking something All right, I'm not speaking to the remnant right now. I'm speaking to everyone else in the world. That there's a difference between thinking that UFOs or UAPs exist, but then knowing and seeing it. So you're gonna see something great right before you get burnt up. You're gonna be so excited slash terrified. Okay, right before you get burnt up and in pain, and you're gonna feel so much pain that day. Okay, but that's why Egypt really isn't going to be being talked about now, because this is going to be what happens. We are going to, Lord willing, them of that number, man, to see this day when he does this, man. Well, to see the day that he does it on the righteous side of it, to be beamed up from this. That's what I mean, right? Because everyone is going to see these chariots. Every eye shall see him, right? Even those who pierced him, right? Which what does that mean? But anyway, so this truth will have you going down many paths when it comes to talking this. I still pray for the strength to stay on topic. There's so many things that come to mind when you read these scriptures, man. Now, verse 16. Now, listen to this, because this is what we're moving on with after I read this. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. All right? Fishers are the men of the Lord who go out and speak, and the Spirit from those words, the Lord's Spirit, the Rakaha Kodash, the Holy Spirit, right? It does what it does, man. So the fishers are here now. Okay? Fishers are here now fishing the rest of the remnant. Right? After this, what happens? Let's see. And after, I will send for many hunters. Hunters, what are the hunters going to do? And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Who are they going to hunt? You elite that escape, or that you think you escaped. The elite who think they've escaped from everything that's going to happen over here. Okay? Because World War III is biblical. It is happening. All right? They setting this country up for it, thinking that they're going to escape it. Okay? They're thinking that they're going to escape, but after this, they're going to be hunted. All right? They're going to escape in mountains, mountain bunkers, underground bunkers, underwater bunkers, way up in the heavens bunkers, all right? They're not going to escape, man. Again, it said, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. All right, now, so the deliverance of Israel out of America will be the thing talked about. All right, because what happens to the other people in these countries? This thing is going to get broadcasted everywhere. All right, just like it is today. We see news in other countries today. Other countries see news that happens here every day. This thing is going to be on every channel, man. People are going to be tuned in. All right? They're going to be tuned in. Then it will be known who are the chosen. There's going to be no doubt. It's going to be no doubt. Then the fear will be real. It will be where fear should be now. But like I said, only the remnant are taking heed to this, man. Okay, we're going hunting pretty soon. The Lord is going hunting pretty soon, right? Now let's go to Amos. Keep that in mind. All right, let's go to Amos chapter 9 and verse 2. It reads, though they dig into hell. What does that mean? Let me finish the verse first. Amos chapter 9, verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence I will bring them down. All right, what does that mean, dig into hell? Are they digging in the flames? All right, so what does that mean? When you heard the word hell, did you think of a place where the soul burns forever? Then why are they digging into hell? Hell is a state of mind. It is also a pit or the grave. All right, a state of being. Okay, it is not a place where your soul burns forever. For example, think of Sodom and Gomorrah. Didn't it say that the flames will go up forever? All right, is Sodom and Gomorrah still burning? No, but the memory of Sodom and Gomorrah and what they did there to deserve what happened. All right, so the memory tells you that yes, they are still. I mean, in your mind, you know that what happened there, but it happened a long time ago. But in your head, you can see that place getting hit by them flames, man. All right. So if something sounds contradictory, then it's your understanding that's missing. If the men of the Lord tell you something and you want to buck up against it, that's because your understanding is missing. It's not for you, which should go into the fear bucket. That's why you should fear, because you just can't see it. But you will. You will. So again, Amos 9 and 2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence I will bring them down. All right, let me see what that says in the NLT. Amos 9 and verse 2 says, even if they dig down to the place of the dead, all right, where do dead bodies go? Oh, they just go on the ground, man. That's what that means. If you dig a hole and go under there, it doesn't matter. He's going to come pull you out of there. That's what that is. It says, even though they dig down to the place of the dead, I will reach down and pull them up. Even if they climb up into the heavens, I will bring them down. All right. I hope this is getting clear to you, man. This is these last days, this thing is too clear for you not to see it unless the Lord blocks you. And again, that should go in that fear bucket. You better start praying, man. Where was I at, Amos? Hold on a second. Amos chapter 9, verse 2 in the Good News translation. It says, even if they dig their way down to the world of the dead, again, where do dead bodies go? In a pit. If they dig a hole in the ground, that's all it's telling you. Let me start all over. Even if they dig their way down to the world of the dead, I will catch them. Even if they climb up to heaven, I will bring them down. All right, where's heaven at? You know that there are 3 heavens? There's a sky where the birds fly. There's outer space that we see through the firmament, all right, through this ozone, okay? And then there's the 3rd heaven where the Lord is, all right? So this saying heaven, just like people have their idea of what hell is, a place where souls burn forever, which is false, all right? When they think of heaven, they only think of where the Lord is. But the sky is a heaven. Space is a heaven. Okay? And then there's the third heaven. All right, which is scriptural. Okay? Anyway, now let's go to Revelation. So you can't get away, Esau. It don't matter if you dig into hell, if you dig your pit, your underground bunker. Doesn't matter if you get in your little rocket, blast your way off up into the into the heavens. Doesn't matter if you go in the watery pit, the watery grave. All right, you're gonna get caught. You're not escaping. We look forward to all these things. We're gonna play hide and seek again. All right. You get a head start. You get to get all your technology. Dig as deep as you can, man. Dig deep. Dig deep, man. Get the biggest, heaviest door. All right, for your mountain caves. All right. Get your most powerful rocket. Go as high as you can, man. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. You're not getting away. I wonder if the one who comes to get you in the mountains, I wonder if you're going to have this big ass heavy door, right? I wonder if he's going to knock before you come in. Or if you're just going to rip that door open and rip you out of there. I wonder how that's going to go down. Not really. I don't wonder. As long as it happens, and it will happen. All right, let's do Revelation chapter 17, verse 14. Now listen to this. These, all right, when it says these, it's talking about you proud ones, you elites, all right? These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. All right, you're not getting away, man. The look on every single one of y'all faces. I wonder if true fear is gonna have all y'all faces look the same. If true fear is gonna make all y'all faces contort to the same way, or is it gonna be different looks of fear on each of you? All right, but don't worry. You elites who escape, you ain't gonna get torn apart. You have something else you gotta go through. You have something else that you're gonna go through, man. Now, let me read that again in the NLT and in the Good News. Revelation 17, verse 14. We didn't get too far today on this topic, but we'll be back. Revelation 17 and verse 14 in the NLT. It reads, together they will go to war against the Lamb. All right, because y'all going to try to fight, if you want to call it that. All right, let me find that again. I lost it. Okay, it says, this is Revelation 17 and 14 in the NLT. Together they will go to war against the Lamb, but the Lamb will defeat them because he is Lord of all lords and King of all kings. And his called and chosen and faithful ones Who'll be with him? What does that mean, man? Who's gonna be with the Lord, man? I don't know. Could it be the people that you're trying to kill now? Could it be the remnant and the elect? You can't handle him by itself, let alone his chosen and faithful ones being with him. His chosen, faithful, and called. All right, it's done, man. Like there's no hope. There's no hope for you. So you might as well live it up. Not like you haven't been living it up, but you might as well celebrate as much as you can now. All right. Again, in the good news, Revelation 17 and 14. It reads, "They will fight against the Lamb, but the Lamb, together with his called, chosen, and faithful followers, will defeat them, because he is Lord of lords and King of kings." All right. You are no God, Esau. You are a man, the lowest of men, the basest of men. All right. You're going to get done dirty, man. Righteously. You're going to get done dirty in a righteous way. All right. Let's let's see what this verse is like. Hold on a second. We're going to go to the Apocrypha real quick, I think. All right. All right. This is the Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 5, verse 17. It reads, "He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies." All right. Who is his creature? All right. The remnant. Let's see what the good news says about this. Or let's see if the good news holds up. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 17. It reads, "He will go out into battle, determined to defeat his enemies, and use the creation itself as a weapon." You are in trouble, to say the least. All right, to say the least. Okay, let me check one more really quick, okay? Keep in mind Lazarus and the rich man, all right? Keep that in mind. Okay, we'll end this topic on this video with this. All right, this is Isaiah 63 and verse 6. All right, it reads, "And I will tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth." Again, that speaks to that trouble that you in, man. But on that day, don't get me wrong, even 2/3 of Israelites are going to join in your punishment with them flames. All right, Yahweh Shai will come back. All right, he is going to come back here, and he's going to kill a lot of people. All right, so what do you people say that always preach that he's all love? He's coming back, man, to kill a lot of people. All right, let's look at this again in the NLT and in the good news. Isaiah 63 and 6. All right, Isaiah 63, verse 6 in the NLT. It says, I crushed the nations in my anger and made them stagger and fall to the ground, spilling their blood upon the earth. All right, don't worry about it. Y'all love. He talking about tickling people. Nah, man. He said spilling blood upon the earth, man. Isaiah 63 and verse 6 in the Good News translation. It reads, in my anger I trampled whole nations and shattered them. I poured out their lifeblood on the ground. Hmm. Hmm. Y'all kind of right in the love category. He's doing all this because of the love he has for, because of the love Yahweh Shai has for Yahweh. He does exactly what he's told. All right. And Yahweh Shai and Yahweh love the remnant. All right. They love Israel. Okay. As a whole. That's why the 2/3 are going to be in the kingdom. They're just going to have to die by pain and born back in the kingdom through our loins, Lord willing them of that number. But when they get born back through our loins in the kingdom, they're going to be in their right mind. They're going to be born with the laws in them. Okay, so they're not going to be born back wicked like they are here. All right, they're going to be born back in their right mind and in their right spirit. All because of love. All right, but there's going to be a lot of blood around here, man. Okay, so that's going to be it for this topic in this video. I'm going to give a real, I'm going to go through this warning. All right, the Lord tells his men to give warning, prophesy, speak before, okay, of many things, but there was a warning that he told us to give of things that are coming, all right? Like I said before, the Lord willing them of that number, okay? We're doing these things, well, I'm doing this thing to the best of my ability, all right? Staying in the scriptures, trying to grow in spirit so that I can one day hold the highest office that a man can hold on this earth, which is a teacher of this truth, all right? This one and only truth. All right, so one of the things the Lord told us to warn you about is something that is here on this earth that Esau Edom is going to make mandatory. So it is on the earth, but it hasn't been made mandatory yet. And that's a part of the prophecy, is that it will be made mandatory. All right, this is Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17. It reads, and he causeth all right, that's that being made mandatory that I was speaking of. He causeth all, he being Esau Edom, or the rich man in that parable of Lazarus and the rich man. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. How is he going to cause you to do that? By making you offers that you can't refuse. That you can't refuse. All right, the remnant from the beginning, they've already, it was written that they already would refuse it. So if you are of the remnant, you're not going to take this thing. All right. But for the rest of you, you are going to be made an offer that you can't refuse. Okay. If you are a have in this world, you will be a have not if you don't take this thing. If you are a have not, and you take this thing, you will become a have. All right, you will have the things that you want. Okay, but what will it cost you? You're gonna gain the whole world, but what will it cost you? Okay, um, they're also gonna threaten you with death, and they are not going to be empty threats. They're going to threaten you with torture. They're not going to be empty threats. All right, even some of the remnant are going to get beheaded for speaking this truth. Okay, so some of us are even going to die uh, for a good cause, though, for the best cause. All right, there's no scripture that says that you will be okay. All right, look to this. This is the equivalent of Esau, giving up his birthright, and then sought for it back with tears, and there was no place of repentance found for him. I mean, that's that. That's that nowadays. After you give up your talking to 2/3 of Israel, after you give that up, after you do this thing, there's going to be no place of repentance for you. All right, which repentance is only for Israelites anyway. We were the only ones that were given this law. Okay, we're the only ones that can turn back to Lord because we're the only ones that were with Him in the beginning. Okay, or that were with Him. Okay, Israelites. But you giving up yourself to take this thing is in line with Esau, man. All right, it's going to be no different than what's going on today. 2/3 of Israelites are in line with Esau, although a lot of them would claim to hate Esau and be against him. Talk is cheap. Your actions are showing different. Filter yourself through these scriptures. How are you acting? Like they tell you to act, or like the scriptures are telling you to act? Even if you aren't uh, walking exactly how they want you to walk, because you find your little loopholes around laws that they made and all that. So you think you're rebelling against them. If you're not going with these scriptures, you are contrary to the scriptures. So you will receive the same punishment as everyone else that's outside of these scriptures. All right. So there's no scriptures in the Bible that talk about you being okay on this earth after you take this thing. No, you have signed up for flames. You have signed up for that heat. You're going to receive it. All right. You are holding Esau's hand and you are going to receive what he receives. But there are scriptures in the next chapter. We're going to read two. All right. Revelation 14, verses 9 and 10. Now, this is what is ahead of you if you take this thing. It says, and the third angel, this is King James, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So at that time that the Lord comes back, at the same time this great deliverance is happening over here. At the same time we going up, missiles is coming down, man. And you going to drink of that indignation. All right, you're going to drink of it. It didn't say maybe. It didn't say possibly. It didn't say that there's a chance that you will drink it. It says you shall drink or will drink. This is a definite thing. All right, and just every time I read that, another drop goes into that. This is why I should fear cup. Fear is scarce on this planet when it comes to considering Lord, man. Pride is uh, heavy down here. So if it was a scale, pride is heavy. Pride is weighing everything, most of everything down on this earth. All right, because like we said at the beginning of this video, somewhere towards the beginning, that there's almost 9 billion souls who think that they have the truth because of that pride. It's weighing them down. It's keeping you down. All right. So when you see us getting beamed up, Lord willing, them of that number, and you still got your feet on the ground, or your hand, or however you laying on the ground, just know that that's that pride that kept you there. By way of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. So with that, we're not done on this topic. We didn't spend a lot of time on this topic, this video. I don't know how many videos we got left. However many it takes. All right, but Lord willing, the next video we'll go more into it. All right. Hopefully this came through as sincere because it is, and hopefully you got edified off of it. All right, got some kind of understanding. Now that's up to Yahweh. If you didn't, hey man, you better start praying to the right names and leave them other names alone. Okay, until you start teaching. Leave them other names alone, man. They're bringing death. All right. So all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and bishops of Great Millstone, where I have learned this truth and where I'm still learning this truth. And also Shalom to the remnant, the rest of the remnant. All right. That look like every other nation. Okay, so don't let complexion get you fucked up. All right, you better start acting right, man. So with that, like I say, shalom. See you next time, Lord willing.